Yo, what's up, swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy KLR, aka KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we're gonna be ranking all 32 NFL quarterbacks, man, from worst to first. We are back here again with TPS, and let's check it out.
The quarterback is the most important position in all of sports.
This crop of quarterbacks is otherworldly. Look at just the AFC West.
Oof. Back here again with TPS. Back here again.
The number one ingredient to building a championship team in today's NFL is an elite quarterback. So how does your favorite team's quarterback stack up against the other signal callers around the league? Well, let's dive into our annual rankings of all 32 starting NFL QBs from worst to first. Number 32, Geno Smith, Seattle Seahawks. The early indications are that Smith has a slight advantage over Drew Lock in the starting QB competition. Regardless of who actually wins it, it's tough to argue that Smith or Lock are better than any other starting QB in the NFL right now. Number 31, Daniel Jones, New York Giants.
Damn.
It's honestly a bit surprising to us that the Giants are giving Jones a fourth season to prove himself, but hey, I guess to each their own. The number 6 pick of the 2019 draft has 29 interceptions and 36 fumbles in 38 career games.
Damn!
Giants fans should feel a bit of optimism
in
the presence of new head coach Brian Dable. Number 30, Marcus Mariota, Atlanta Falcons. If he holds on to the job long enough, 2022 will be Mariota's first season as a starter since 2018.
That's true.
Want to have faith in Mariota? I mean, Cordarrelle Patterson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London aren't a half-bad set of weapons. But the O-line is a mess, and the running back depth chart is pretty bleak behind the 31-year-old Patterson. Number 29,
that is true.
Zach Wilson, New York Jets. Wilson looked like your typical rookie QB in 2021. He finished with a 55.6 completion percentage and 9 touchdowns against 11 picks. The Jets drafted Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall to upgrade Wilson's supporting cast. So the pieces are all there for Wilson to break out following a rough rookie year. Number 28, Justin Fields, Chicago Bears.
Damn.
Unlike the Jets, the
don't
Bears
have a line,
haven't really done much to put their young QB in a good position to succeed.
Yeah, you don't have a line.
Fields' only 2 weapons are David Montgomery and Darnell Mooney. The O-line is in shambles, and new head coach Matt Eberflus has a defensive background. This should be an interesting season for the sophomore out of Ohio State. Number 27, Jared Goff, Detroit Lions. Goff played pretty well on a Detroit team that was essentially tanking in 2021. And if rookie wideout Jameson Williams returns at some point in the regular season, Goff could totally regain that Pro Bowl form he showed during his early days.
Jameson Williams got hurt?
Number 26, Davis Mills, Houston Texans.
Okay,
Mills
Davis
was the best rookie QB last season, not named Mack Jones. On a bad Houston team, he completed 66.8% of his pass attempts for 16 touchdowns against 10 picks. The Texans didn't...
What do you mean by that, not named Mack Jones?
really do much to upgrade the skill positions around him, but a full year of Mills as a starter gives Houston fans something to be excited about.
Damn!
Number 25.
Oh my God!
San Francisco 49ers. We're very high on Lance in 2022 because it's hard for a QB of his skill set to fail in a Kyle Shanahan offense that also features George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and a deep running back room. But we need to see Lance actually perform over the course of a full year first.
Yeah, we gotta
it wouldn't
see
shock
that.
us at all if he was a consensus top 10 QB by next year, though. Number 24, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars. This placing may be too high for some of you, and hey, we get it. But don't forget that Peyton Manning, John Elway, and even Jared Goff went off as sophomores following sluggish rookie campaigns.
That's
Team
true.
Law will benefit from new head coach Doug Peterson,
I don't know too much about John Elway, though.
and of course, the return of Travis Etienne. Number 23, Mitch Trubisky, Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's that Kenny Pickens might be starting on the hill.
Features Najee Harris, George Pickens, Deontay
don't
Johnson,
know.
Chase Claypool, and Pat Freiermuth. Oh, and head coach Mike Tomlin has never suffered a losing season. So Trubisky could totally surpass expectations in 2022. He's in the right system where he'll only have to play like a game manager in a run-heavy offense complemented by a championship-caliber defense. Number 22, Carson Wentz, Washington Commanders. The Commanders would happily take Wentz's 2021 stat line. But of course, his late-game mishaps and late-season meltdown prompted the Indianapolis Colts to go in another direction. Can Riverboat Ron unlock Wentz's 2017 form he showed in Philly? He has a nice set of skill position guys to work with, led by Terry McLaurin. So, hey, you never know. Number 21, Baker Mayfield, Carolina Panthers. What will a healthier and more motivated version of Baker Mayfield bring to his new team? He got his much-needed fresh start.
I ain't gonna lie, Baker looked good in that blue, though.
Mayfield was fine as a game manager in Cleveland during the 2020 season. If he can avoid the turnovers and just get the ball out to his premier playmakers like DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, Mayfield just may revive his career in Carolina.
Okay.
Number 20, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles.
Jalen?
Hurts was dynamite as a rusher, but inconsistent as a passer last season.
This is gonna get better.
Toddler chasers,
Daters. He's gonna get better, though.
Multitasking actresses like me all use.
Nonetheless, he did enough to help Philly make a surprise return to the postseason. Hurts did wonders with rookie receiver Devontae Smith, and in case you missed it, Philly acquired A.J. Brown in a trade with Tennessee to give Hurts arguably the NFL's best receiving duo. It's now time for him to take that big next step. Number 19, Jameis Winston, New Orleans Saints. Winston went 5-2 last season with 14 touchdowns against 3 picks. But an ACL tear in Week 8 cut his promising campaign short. Nola saw enough to hand Winston a new 2-year deal this offseason. He signed Pro Bowl wideout Jarvis Landry and traded up for the explosive Chris Olave out of Ohio State. Throw in the return of Michael Thomas and, of course, the all-world play of Alvin Kamara, and the sky is truly the limit for Winston in the New Orleans offense. Number 18, Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. Hard to complain too much about a 13-8 record and 27 touchdowns against 15 picks through 2 seasons.
If Tua falls this
Miami
year,
needs
it's
Tua
completely
to be a
trash, bro.
superstar in year 3. And the
Too many
acquisition of
weapons.
Tyreek Hill just might do the trick. Tagovailoa mostly avoids the mistakes and bad decisions, but has to be more consistent at pushing the ball downfield. Will Hill and new head coach Mike McDaniels help unlock the former Alabama sensation? Stay tuned. Number 17, Ryan Tannehill.
We're beating the
Tennessee
Dolphins this
Titans.
year, you guys.
He's
We beat the
30-13
Dolphins.
as Tennessee's QB with 76 touchdowns against 27 picks, plus a trio of playoff appearances on his resume. Tennessee could certainly do
Damn, that was a good pick.
but they undoubtedly need number 17 to play better in the playoffs, should they get there again. And that's easier said than done with A.J. Brown no longer in the picture. Number 16, Matt Ryan, Indianapolis Colts. After 4 painful losing seasons in Atlanta, Matty Ice finally gets the chance to pursue a championship ring with another team. The Colts gave up the low price of a 3rd-round pick for the 2016 League MVP, who should absolutely flourish in Frank Reich's offense. Ryan can still play at a championship level, no doubt. But fortunately for him, he won't be asked to do as much with the Colts offensive line and Jonathan Taylor doing the heavy lifting. Number 15, Mack Jones, New England Patriots. Jones had one of the best rookie QB seasons in recent memory.
He did.
Leading the Patriots the postseason in year 2 of the post-Brady
Look at
era.
that.
His confidence, poise, and smart decision-making are everything Bill Belichick preaches. With Devontae Parker now in the mix, could Jones go off and become a top 10 QB in 2022?
Top 10.
We certainly would not bet against it. Number 14,
Yeah.
Derek Carr, Las Vegas Raiders.
Should just end the video right here.
82.6 passing yards per
Damn,
game
man.
last season. Far and
You
away
talk
the
good
best
about
total of his
that, bro.
career. And to think that we likely haven't
It's
seen
hot.
Carr at his best yet.
Oh,
The Raiders
man.
had longtime Patriots OC Josh McDaniels as
Talk
their new
good
head
about
coach.
Mack Jones,
That was
man.
before they traded for the game's top receiver in Devontae Adams, who, by the way, played college ball with Mr. Carr way back when at Fresno State. Number 13, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings. Cousins' completion percentage as a Viking is a magnificent 68.3. He's thrown 30-plus TDs 3 times in 4 years with the team, too. He could have a career year in 2022, however. New head coach Kevin O'Connell is a better fit for Cousins than Mike Zimmer, who never seemed to have all that much faith in his QB. Number 12, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals.
Kyler Murray's
Murray
still
played
nice.
like an MVP candidate in the first half of the 2020 and 2021 seasons, but he wasn't exactly great in the second half of either year. That's gotta change now that he's a $230.5 million man. When Murray is on, he is arguably a top 5 QB, hence why he places high on this list. But that consistency is what prevents him from being a bona fide 5-star QB.
That's
Number
true.
11, Lamar Jackson,
Lamar.
Baltimore Ravens. Jackson missed 5 games last season, and it cost the Ravens a playoff spot. But if he can stay healthy for 2022, he should be inside the top 10
Hopefully.
next year. Jackson's
kept
passing
catching
numbers aren't
COVID
elite,
last
but
year.
who cares when he's rushing for 1,000 yards in a full season? His accuracy is above average, and he's excellent at avoiding the costly turnovers. A 37-12 regular season record kind of speaks for itself. Number 10, Desean Watson.
Oh, he's on here?
It remains to be seen if there will be some rust after missing the entire 2021 season. But these rankings are based on talent and career production. And the 3-time Pro Bowler was a top 5 QB during his tenure in Houston. The Browns shouldered the farm to land Watson. Only time will tell if the giant risk pays off on the football field or not. Number 9, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Dak played like an MVP candidate last season, but losing Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson Jr., and missing Michael Gallup to open the season really isn't ideal. Nor is the fact that Dallas lost 2 quality offensive linemen in La'el Collins and Connor Williams. But Prescott's career production up to this point warrants a top 10 spot. Number 8, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos.
I like it.
Wilson
I like that.
Finally goes to an offense
Russell Wilson, damn near a legend.
Hashtag let Russ cook. The Broncos went all in by acquiring the Super Bowl 48 MVP from the Seahawks, and they are a prime Super Bowl contender because of it. Wilson is loaded with playmakers around him. Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton could be the NFL's best receiving duo, with Wilson now throwing them the football. Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams are as good as it gets for a running back tandem. Number 7, Matthew Stafford, Los Angeles Rams. Stafford went off in year 1 as a Ram, and all he did was lead LA to a Super Bowl 56 championship.
It is true.
One knock against Stafford, it's the high turnover total, as he threw 17 picks, which tied Trevor Lawrence for the absolute most. But Stafford was clearly the big quarterback upgrade that Sean McVay had envisioned. There wasn't a better pass-catching duo last year than Stafford and Cooper Kupp. So why can't Stafford continue to go off in year 2 as a Ram? Number 6, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. All Burrow did in his first full season was lead Cincinnati to a Super Bowl appearance. Well, let me tell ya, he's only gonna get better now that the Bengals have actually constructed a proper offensive line in front of him.
That's
Burrow
true.
is blessed with the NFL's best receiving trio and a top 10 running back.
I believe that. That's true.
No reason for Burrow to not contend for the MVP award in 2022. Number 5.
I gotta see more of Tyler Boyd.
Herbert is the proud owner of the following 2 records: most passing yards through a player's first 2 seasons, and the most total touchdowns through a player's first 2 seasons. In other words, he's pretty good at this quarterback thing. With Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and 2022 breakout candidate Josh Palmer in the fold, Herbert has all the resources to enjoy his best season yet. Number 4, Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If it weren't for Aaron Rodgers, Brady would have won his 4th MVP award. But hey, leading the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns at age 44 isn't half bad. Rob Gronkowski and 3/5 of Tampa's O-line from 2021 are gone, but Brady is still Brady. And Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are still among the game's most prolific receivers. Don't even think for a second that Brady will regress as a 45-year-old next year.
Wow.
Number 3, Patrick Mahomes.
Damn, he was damn near almost 50.
Chiefs. Funny how 4,839 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, and another trip to the AFC title game is considered a down year for Mahomes. That is how high the 2018 MVP has set the bar at the QB position. Yeah, Tyreek Hill's gone, but in comes Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and Sky Moore to complement Travis Kelce.
Hopefully that's enough receivers for him to go crazy.
MVP award, and certainly a lot more in 2022. Number 2, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills.
He's nice. Josh
Allen
nice.
proved that his monster 2021 season was no fluke. He had another MVP-like season with 4,407 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, and a career-high 763 rushing yards. Allen gets the slight nod over Mahomes here in the number 2 spot because of his dual-threat game, his greater consistency in 2021, and the fact that the Bills didn't trade away their top receiver. But really, it is neck and neck between the top 4 QBs on our list. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. The back-to-back MVP holds the top spot heading into 2022.
Damn, Aaron.
We know the naysayers will bring up the Devontae Adams departure.
What y'all think about this?
That the Pack have won 7 straight games without him in the lineup. And don't sleep on rookie receivers Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. A-Rod can't stop praising his new-look receiver room, and rightfully so. With consecutive MVP awards under his belt, it seems only fair to put number 12 in the top spot. But who do you think is the NFL's best quarterback entering the 2000s?
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta let me know down below in the comments what y'all think, bro. This right here is different. He got Aaron Rodgers at number 1. What y'all think about that? Damn. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.